What's going on, everyone? So this upcoming Scream 7 is supposed to have Tatum, who is Sidney's daughter, and she is supposed to have kind of mirrored moments and a bit of mirrored just reality to Sidney from the classic Scream, right? Makes sense. Sidney Prescott, Billy Loomis, she, has the memories and stuff. I mean, you even saw it from Scream 3 to now she has a daughter who's around the same age, who, is going to have a boyfriend, and which she does in this upcoming Scream film. She's going to have a boyfriend. And it's like, you got to imagine that there's going to be some mirrored type of moments, right? And some moments that are going to kind of spark memory lane for Sidney Prescott. I'm sure that she's going to have some reservations given the history that she has had. Like, yes, she's married and has kids now and all that stuff, which I do think will be an interesting kind of element. Kind of be interesting to see how they play into that. I'll touch on that here more in a moment. But, something I've talked about is like, how overprotective is Sidney Prescott? Is she just lax and laid back and just like, hey, like, have fun, you kids, be careful type thing? Or is she just like, no, like, I don't want you dating, I don't want you doing this, I don't want you doing that? And she's just kind of this helicopter parent, just overbearing. I really want a glimpse and a look into Sidney, the mother. I want a glimpse into Sidney, the wife, and all of that, but also really Sidney, the mother. And I do think, and I talked about this, like, I think we're going to see this new Scream mirror a lot of Halloween. I might have to actually do a video kind of breaking that down more, where you're going to have something where it's like Sidney Prescott, Laurie Strode, you're going to have Tatum and some other characters, just like Karen and Allison. And then each movie, you're going to see Allison move more and more and more to the forefront. I think you'll see the same thing with Tatum. She'll be more and more to the forefront. I think Tatum will be the face of the franchise at some point going forward. Isabel May. Again, could be wrong. But supposedly Scream 8 is already greenlit. I think that that's the path that they're going to take. But the big question is like, which, look, I fingers crossed. I hope that they don't do this because we've already done this so many times. Is the boyfriend the killer? Please don't make the boyfriend the killer again. Right? We've already had that now twice. Can we not do it for a third time? That would be nice. That would be great. I'm just looking for a little more creativity, right, as far as story-wise goes. But at the end of the day, look, good story writing, good storytelling, good execution. Boyfriend, Tatum, okay, cool, right? I want to see that story develop. I'm all for them kind of doing the red herring, making it seem and appear and look like, okay, the boyfriend's going to be the killer again. And then you have the switcheroo, kind of like do a Derek thing, right? Where it was like, is Derek the killer? Derek just seems like he's too nice of a guy, right? It almost seems fake, but turns out, no, he was the right guy. He was a good guy, right? Well, we got some information. Again, it's a rumor. Everything's a rumor until it's accurate, but wanted to touch on this real quick. This could be a spoiler. It's nothing major. It's just kind of like, how Sidney feels about her daughter's boyfriend. But I know some people don't want that stuff, so I'll give you a chance. 3, 2, 1. All right, if you're here, I assume you don't care. So, in Scream 7, Sidney Prescott doesn't trust her daughter's Tatum's boyfriend, as she believes he is impersonating Stu Macher. And that is from Critical Overlord. Take that as you may. Again, everything is a rumor until it's confirmed. But that makes sense, right? Like that there would be some type of, similarities, which is why I talked about it earlier. There are going to be moments, I imagine, where, you saw it with Jill, right, in Scream 4, where, you have Sidney there, catches the boyfriend, coming through the window, and she's kind of like, yeah, like I did the same thing, I had the same type of thing, right? Like, you're probably going to have some of that with Tatum. You're probably going to have some stuff where Tatum is, just teenager, in love, has the boyfriend, trying to kind of navigate that relationship, right? Like that's how it works, right? Especially in high school and stuff like that. Sydney's kind of like, it's a little creepy, a little weird, right? Kind of giving me some Stu vibes, right? Like we think how Stu is kind of goofy, the class clown, right? But he was also the ladies' man. We found that out, right? Like he's the guy that's running through all the women, right? He's the guy, like we thought Billy, but no, it was Stu. Stu was the guy that was out there, talking to all the girls and stuff, and even had a thing for Sid, right? Like, so I could see something like that where she's kind of like, he's trying to be the class clown, a little goofy, a little off, something's a little weird about him, right? Like, kind of just giving me that Stu Macher vibe. I hope that that's not something where it's like, oh, it's Stu's brother or Stu's son or Stu's cousins, nephews, uncles, whatever. I wouldn't be shocked, and I've said this before, like I wouldn't be shocked if it turns out that it's something along the lines where it's like Leslie Macher is the killer and maybe the accomplice is the boy. I hope that they don't go like the boyfriend round again, right? Like I'd rather them kind of have him, like I mentioned, be a red herring. Give a bit too much of like some Stu vibes here, and it's just kind of like I don't know how to take this guy. I don't know how I feel about this guy, right? Like I think we need to kind of look to try to get rid of him out of my daughter's life type thing because he's just a little too creepy for me, a little too awkward for me, or whatever, right? Like I like that approach better. Kind of have the red herring, kind of like Trevor, like I said, Trevor in Scream 4, right? Where it's kind of like, is he really Billy 2.0? Is he really the bad guy? Is he, is he just, the patsy, right? Like, what's going on here, right? Like, how is that dynamic shaping up, right? Like, I give me something like that, where, the boyfriend, Derek type, he's trying to be cool, he's trying to be hip, like I'm the jokester, blah blah blah, and the mom's just like, yeah, this isn't gonna last, right? Like time out, like this guy, he needs to go, and then maybe have him die at the end or something, right? And I wouldn't even mind if that's like the cliffhanger, where it's like, oh, you think that, the it's over, and then boom, he just ends up getting taken out or something like that, and you're just like, oh, like. Then that sets up Scream 8 or something, right? Like, again, this is kind of what they did in Halloween, right? Like, the boyfriend, and then he kind of turns out to be an a-hole, and then he ends up meeting his end later on down the road, right? Like, something similar, where you have Tatum, she has the boyfriend, and he's a little kind of like, I don't know about this type thing, and then he ends up getting taken out later on down the road. It's kind of where I'm at. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? First off, what do you think of boyfriend giving off Stu vibes? Do you think that, like, they're going to kind of do a Stu 2.0, maybe like a version of Stu where he's the mastermind type thing? Do you even want that to be the case? What route and direction should they go with that? Do you think that they should just kind of go like the Derek route or the Trevor route and not actually have them be the killer? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are. Either way, I'd love to hear it, so let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.